Hello, you beautiful soul. Welcome to the Mystic Visionary Podcast. This is your host, Zia, and I'm here to pick my word for the week. If you don't know what that's about, go back to episode 1. It's posted. And if you want to listen to the other podcasts, they are all on the YouTube channel, which is also linked below. All right, let's go to the magic box over here and find out what I'm supposed to be talking about today. What do we need in the new paradigm? All right, let me check in my little magic box and pick a word. Let's see what today's word is. Here it is. It is learn. Learn. All right, that's a good word. All right, I'm going to go meditate on the word learn and see what I discover. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I did a great meditation. I used a Joe Dispenza, open to the quantum field meditation, because I wasn't sure how to handle this word, because learning feels so much to me like it's the same thing, no matter where you're at, and whether you're in the old paradigm or the new paradigm, learning is learning. But then I realized right away that it was different, and I'm going to talk about that. I think learning in the old paradigm is about knowledge. You know, you learn by reading a book or going to college or whatever experience that you have by gaining knowledge. I'm going to call it like book learning. And it seems like we're focused so much on that. Like, go to college, get a college degree, and if you learn all this stuff, then you're qualified. And I know that there is the like the old school of hard knocks where we learn from experience, which is also another way of learning. But when I was meditating, I got this quote again from Dr. Wayne Dyer, which I have loved for many, many years, which is keep a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. And I believe a lot of the learning we do in the old paradigm is goal-based. Like, I'm going to learn how to be whatever, an engineer. I'm going to learn how to be an accountant. I'm going to learn how to do whatever I need to do in order to, accomplish these things that I want to accomplish. Where I think in the new paradigm, learning is something completely different. It's more about being open to understanding things in a new way. I think learning is about, it is from life experiences, but it's more about wisdom. It's like, what did I learn from this situation? What did I learn from this relationship? What did I learn from this encounter? What did I learn from anything, whether it's good or bad? And I think that is the key. There's no good or bad. They're just our experiences. And when we stop calling things good or bad, and then we look at them just as experiences, it's like, what's the wisdom from this experience? That is learning. Most of the time we get caught up in the experience and the memory of the experience. For example, a divorce. Your heart is broken and you go through all this pain and suffering, and you're focused on the pain and suffering and the tragedy of what happened versus looking inward and learning what it is about you, what it is about the situation, what it is that the wisdom that you can gain from that. And we have to stop calling things bad or good and just really look at them as experiences. That's a key in the new paradigm. That is the gaining of wisdom through your journey through life and not staying stuck in the drama, which is huge and difficult to do. Sometimes very difficult to do. Again, it goes back to the Wayne Dyer quote of keep a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. We have to let go of the things that block us from gaining the wisdom that we need to gain from any experience. And when we get caught up in the how I was wronged, or this was a horrible situation, or this was a traumatic thing, we get caught up in the emotion and neglect to take the wisdom from an experience. And I believe that is what is really required of us now, is to release the judgment of what's good and what's bad, and understand it's an experience, and then determine what it was that you really learned from this situation. Where's the wisdom in that? The other big thing I see in the new paradigm is the number of young people that are teachers. And I have several that I follow that are in their late 20s, early 30s, and I've been listening to them for years. I listened to a guy named Aaron Dowdy, Victor Otto, Jake, two Jakes. There's these two young women that do a podcast about human design. They are so aware and awake to this new paradigm and what it means to be a teacher. And I think that sometimes if you're older, you look at young people and think, how could they know things? And that is a mistake, because we can learn from all different ways. And I have learned so much from these young people. And the thing that I really admire about them is how they are so open to just be themselves, and also fearless in a way of being judged. I think that a lot of people wouldn't open up and have that authenticness because they're afraid of being judged. Whatever it is about them, they may feel like they're being judged, but they don't care, or they just continue on anyway. And it's kind of amazing to me what I've learned from these young people. And I think that that's part of what the new paradigm is, to be open to different sources of wisdom and learning that we haven't really looked at before, and to keep an open mind. It's like that, keep a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. I believe that we get so caught up in all the things we think we know and all the ways we've experienced life, and we've shut off so much ability to get new information. And that is a real problem. Like, that's part of what's wrong in the old paradigm. We have these belief systems that feel like they're set in stone, and we can't open our mind to something new, a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing things. I mean, that's what learning is about. Learning is about shifting the way you look at something. There's another saying that says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It's like the common denominator is us. If we have this closed mind and think we know things about whatever it is, we don't allow ourselves to let new information in. And when we do let new information in, then suddenly we're seeing with new eyes, and the things we look at are different. Suddenly we see things differently. And that's what being able to be a student is about. Always being the student, opening yourself up to new information, and not feeling like, wow, I've lived all these years, or I've lived a long life, or I've done all these things, and I've had, all these things that I've learned, and there's nothing left for me to learn, or I know that it's not that I don't think it's like people feel like they don't have more to learn. I think they feel like what they've learned is what they want to hold on to. And if somebody gives them something new to think about that contradicts this belief system that they've already established through previous learning, I think that it's not helpful. It's not beneficial for anybody. Keeping an open mind and being open to learning, no matter where you get it, is key. And just to be a student and just say, wow, what am I going to open myself up to today? The world is filled with new information. That's the other thing. The information is shifting so quickly. The things that are going on technologically are just mind-bending. And I do believe that we have to be a forever student to keep our minds open and to continue to learn as things change so rapidly. And opening ourselves up to all these different ways of learning. It's kind of amazing how much is out there. And especially, like I said, all these young people, you can go to YouTube and just search around YouTube and find some amazing people. There's a young guy I watch. He has a podcast, or a YouTube channel called Know Thyself. His name is Andre. And he's in his 20s. And he blows me away sometimes. I watch his show, and the questions he asks, the people that he interviews, how deep he goes, and the questions that he's asking them is just, it's really an amazing show. I've gained so much wisdom from him, and just learned from watching him the thoughtfulness and the open-mindedness and the curiosity that he has for life. There's something just really, really moving about people that are so curious and without judgment, just open-minded and curious. That's what learning is about in the new paradigm. All right, well, I think that's it for the word learn. I mean, I know it's a huge word, but I think we just need to keep our mind open, and you never know when a teacher is going to arrive and you're going to learn something if you just allow yourself to put down the judgment, put down the old paradigm, the old model of like, I've lived, I've learned, I know these things. What have I got? What does this person have to teach me? Everybody has something to teach you. Every situation has something to teach you. Every life experience has something to teach you. And just don't get caught up in the drama, and understand, wow, what can I take from this? What wisdom can I get from this situation, and use it to benefit myself and to benefit humanity. It's pretty simple. All right, I want to thank whoever picked that word, and I'll be back next week with a new word. Have a great day. Blessings to everyone. If you want to learn more about the 5 guiding principles of the new paradigm, you can listen to my audiobook, which is the Pocket Guide to the New Paradigm, which is a free audiobook on YouTube. I'll link it below. And the other thing that I have available is the Heart Archetype Quiz. It's a short quiz that answers the question, am I listening to the call of my heart? And you take the quiz and you'll discover what might be blocking you from living the call of your heart. And I think that's what we're all being called to do right now, is to look inside, connect with our heart, and follow its guidance. All right, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.